Anunnaki are a group of deities in ancient Mesopotamian mythology, particularly associated with the Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian, and Assyrian cultures. Their name is often translated as those who came down from heaven or the royal ones. The stories surrounding the Anunnaki are complex and have evolved over millennia, incorporating various religious and mythological traditions. Origins and early depictions. The Anunnaki first appear in the early Sumerian texts, dating back to around 3500 BCE. The Sumerians believed that the Anunnaki were powerful gods who had descended from the heavens to govern the earth and maintain order. According to Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki were the children of the sky god An, also called Anu in Akkadian, and the earth goddess Ki, or Ninhursag in some versions. In the Sumerian cosmology, the Anunnaki were tasked with overseeing the natural order, including the management of both the divine and earthly realms. The gods often interacted with humans, guiding them, and sometimes intervening directly in their affairs. The Anunnaki were said to reside in the heavens, but would descend to earth to administer the law or deliver judgments. The epic of creation and the role of the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki's roles are often described in the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation myth, and various Sumerian texts. According to these stories, before the creation of humans, the gods were engaged in a battle for supremacy. The younger gods were overworked, and they complained to the higher gods. In response, the gods decided to create humanity to perform the labor that had previously fallen to the divine beings. In one of the Sumerian accounts, the Anunnaki were said to have a role in creating humanity. The god Enki, often identified as a god of wisdom and water, and his sister Ninhursag, goddess of fertility, are said to have shaped the first humans from clay, mixing it with the blood of a slain god, so that humans could take over the heavy work of the gods, such as farming and digging canals. Anunnaki and the Flood. Myths. The Anunnaki appear prominently in stories about the Great Flood that was said to have destroyed humanity. This myth, widely shared among Mesopotamian cultures, is most famously recorded in the Epic of Gilgamesh. In the story, the gods, including the Anunnaki, decide to destroy mankind because humans had become too numerous and noisy. Only a few humans, including the hero Utnapishtim, the Mesopotamian counterpart to Noah, were spared by the gods, and he was instructed to build a boat to survive the flood. The Anunnaki in this context are not depicted as malevolent, but rather as forces of nature that restore balance to their world. The Anunnaki and later traditions. Over time, the myth of the Anunnaki became more complex, and the stories of their actions were often modified to reflect the changing political and religious context in Mesopotamia. The Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians each had their own interpretations of the Anunnaki, but they all shared the concept of these gods as powerful beings who could shape the fate of humanity. In Babylonian times, for example, the Anunnaki were associated with the underworld and the afterlife. The god Nergal in particular was considered a leader of the Anunnaki in the realm of the dead. Meanwhile, other gods like Enlil, the god of air and storm, and Enki continued to have major roles in mythological narratives, and the Anunnaki remained a key part of religious rituals and temple worship. The Anunnaki in modern interpretations and theories. In the 20th and 21st centuries, the Anunnaki gained new attention in the realm of pseudoscience, conspiracy theories, and alternative history. Some fringe theories, particularly those popularized by authors like Zecharia Sitchin in his book The 12th Planet, 1976, claim that the Anunnaki were actually ancient extraterrestrials who visited Earth thousands of years ago. According to Sitchin's controversial theories, the Anunnaki are said to have come from a hypothetical planet called Nibiru, which supposedly passes through the solar system once every 3,600 years. Sitchin argued that the Anunnaki's influence on early human civilizations was responsible for advancements in agriculture, technology, and even the creation of human beings themselves through genetic engineering. Sitchin's theories have been widely criticized by historians, archaeologists, and scholars, as they rely on a very loose interpretation of ancient texts and have little to no evidence to support them. However, the Anunnaki continue to be a popular subject in speculative fiction, UFO theories, and New Age thought. Conclusion: the Anunnaki were originally a group of deities in ancient Mesopotamian religion, serving as divine beings who governed the cosmos and interacted with humanity. Over time, their story evolved into a central feature of Sumerian and later Mesopotamian mythologies, often associated with creation, governance, and even the Great Flood. While they were gods in traditional Mesopotamian texts, modern interpretations have led to more fantastical and speculative theories, turning them into figures that transcend the boundaries of mythology. Whether viewed as powerful deities or as ancient extraterrestrials, the Anunnaki continue to captivate imaginations across different cultures and times. Whether viewed as powerful deities or as ancient extraterrestrials, the Anunnaki continue to captivate imaginations across different cultures and times.